This holiday, Cartoon Network says ho, 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 with 9 fine tales of merriment and joy. Santa! Cartoon Network's first ever Christmas DVD lets you celebrate with Ed, Edd and Eddy, Billy and Mandy, Courage, and more. There's plenty of fruitcake, gingerbread, and canine-eating nutcrackers. So, add Cartoon Network's Christmas DVD to your list. In stores now.
Hello! Welcome to my DVD review of Cartoon Network Christmas 1, Yuletide Follies. This contains all related Christmas episodes of your favorite Cartoon Network shows. And I really love this DVD. I really do. I tune in this DVD every holiday season or every July for the Christmas in July schnick. That you just saw before was a commercial for this DVD, and it was a fantastic commercial. That told me to say, hey, I want this DVD for myself. So I got the DVD. This was released back in October of 2004. October of 2004. That's smart business making because you release it early for people to buy it early, and to get it on the stocks and whatnot. And there you go. So, this is my DVD review of the first Christmas DVD. There were 2 following this, and let's get started. We made our list, we checked it twice. We got 9 tales of naughty and nice. Tis the season with Cartoon Network's first ever Christmas DVD. This collection of merry tales will have you dreaming of sugar plums, snowflakes, and canine-eating nutcrackers? That's clever, they copied it straight from the commercials. This 9 collection set of episodes contains 8 of our Cartoon Network favorites. Those being The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Cow and Chicken, Ed, Edd and Eddy, The Powerpuff Girls, I Am Weasel, Johnny Bravo, and Dexters Laboratory. 8 shows, 9 episodes. What show had the 2 Christmas-themed episodes? That would be I Am Weasel, and I guess that's alright. Now let's take a look at each of these episodes. The episodes are Son of Nurgle, Fa La La Ed, The Nutcracker, Snowdown, Ice Soar, A Johnny Bravo Christmas, Me and My Dog, IR's First Bike, and Desert Island. Some of these episodes are Christmas themed, but a lot of these episodes are just winter themed. And there's one episode that is absolutely, where is the Christmas related stuff? There was none ever in that episode. We'll get to that, but we gotta go in order first. We start things off with Billy and Mandy's Son of Nurgle. Our first cartoon is The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Billy's happy, Mandy's not. And Grim, well, he's the Grim Reaper. Together they deal with supernatural life in the suburbs. The episode is Son of Nurgle, like I already said. When Billy and Mandy go to winter camp, they must contend with snowy weather, a freezing cabin, and the mysterious Nurgle Jr. This is the origin episode of Nurgle Jr. And this episode, the only reason why it's on it because Billy and Mandy go to winter camp and there's snowy weather and there's snowman and whatnot. But does it really be a Christmas-themed episode? Don't get me wrong, this is a good origin episode. It's short, to the point, and there are some good jokes, especially at the end with Billy screaming. It's a good classic. But here, I just don't know why this is just a Christmas-themed episode. That was Billy and Mandy Saved Christmas, but I think it's a little bit too long for it to be on this DVD, so that's the excuse. But I guess it counts as a winter theme, and it is a good episode for you to watch. Here we have a fantastic Christmas episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy. It's summertime in the cul-de-sac, and Ed, Edd and Eddy are in the search for fun, adventure, and money for juicy, mouth-watering jawbreakers. The episode is Fa La 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 Ed. As the Double D brings up Christmas, Ed becomes convinced that Santa Claus is watching and refuses to do anything naughty. This is the perfect Christmas episode for the cliche of Christmas in July. It's absolutely perfect. I just love this episode. It's so funny. The very first start of the episode, the strong start, and the entire aspect of Ed being a jolly elf for Santa, it's just amazing. Well, I'll give you a short description of what really day it is. It's still July in that episode, and apparently it was Piggy Bank Day. And so Eddie has a great scheme of trying to cough up the quarters of the neighborhood kids with some kind of brilliant scheme. But, well, you'll see for yourself. You gotta watch this episode. Of course, Eddie is a snot-nosed, greedy son of a bitch he is. But hey, he's the good son of a bitch I know, and I still like him. To the point he is my favorite Ed. I'm not kidding. Eddie's my favorite Ed. Don't at me. Thank you very much. I like how Eddie says Christmas stinks and all he gets is clothes, which is a reference to the Jingle Jingle Jangle special, which is on Cartoon Network Christmas 2 at Christmas Rocks! What a coincidence! Again, this is a very classic episode, and I recommend you watch it. It's an amazing Christmas-themed episode, especially for Christmas in July cliche. Now here's a lovable dog I know besides Scooby-Doo. Courage, a cowardly dog. Courage must constantly protect his owners from the paranormal, and wouldn't be so hard except this scaredy dog's afraid of his own shadow. The episode is The Nutcracker. Rats capture Muriel and Eustace for a feast. Courage must save them by dancing the Nutcracker with a nutcracker. Because he uses the song The Nutcracker, it does qualify as a Christmas-themed episode. Because The Nutcracker is one of the most recognizable Christmas songs of all time. And the animation here is outstanding. The use of animation and the flow of the movement, not like advanced stuff like Beauty and the Beast and whatnot, but it's enough to capture the eye, and it really matches the charm of the Nutcracker in general. The nice classical music, it's all just awesome overall. I do recommend this episode, man. It's just a fun time to watch, and it's a good way to listen to the Nutcracker as well. Very nice episode. Now we'll get into episodes that are not really Christmas related, starting with Dexters Laboratory. In between inventing and contemplating physics, boy genius Dexter must learn to deal with his pesky sister, Dee Dee. The episode is Snowdown. Dee Dee keeps planting Dexter with snowballs. Dad sees this and teaches his son the true art of snowball throwing. This is not a Christmas-related episode, it's more of a winter theme, but it is still a good episode nonetheless. I like this episode. It was a nice episode about Dexter and Dee Dee, and we get to see the backstory of Dexter's dad and his snowball throwing. And that awesome, neat twist at the end. I do recommend this episode as well. It might not be Christmas-related, but hey, you can still have a fun time with it. I love this episode. The Powerpuff Girls, I love them as well. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are 3 cryofying children out to save the world before bedtime. Everybody should know that, even if you've seen the reboot. The episode is Ice Sword. Blossom discovers that she has a special power, Ice Breath. So it's the origin story of her power. But when Blossom doesn't use her new gift wisely, things get a little icy. Come on now, you gotta go with a pun, CN. I'm sorry, Cartoon Network. I like calling it full name, not CN's. It makes me sound like I'm talking about the modern times, but I'm not. I'm far from that, no way. First of all, this is a good start because Blossom is my favorite Powerpuff Girl. Come on. Well, basically because she's cute as fuck. Pardon my French, but I'm being honest. Her hair, her bow, her voice, it's perfect. She's smart too, and I love smartasses. And when I call someone a smartass, that's not a rude thing. That's not a rude thing to say. That should be a compliment. That's a compliment. If it sounds rude, then I'll stop. Then I'll call it something else. And she's tough too, and shit. But the origin story of her ice breath, and I love her ice breath too. And I like the entire thing that it's on like the hottest day of Townsville. It's like a perfect setting point for that. Again, this is not Christmas related, but during scenes where Blossom turns everything into snow, there is Christmas music playing a little bit, so it kind of counts, kind of. That doesn't matter if it's Christmas related or not, recommended. And Blossom, I love the character, man. It's awesome. Oh, mama, we have a 30-minute special. If you got commercials, but you know those kind of specials. And it's Johnny Bravo relating to that. He may not have brains, but he's got plenty of brawn and some mighty big hair. Unfortunately, that's not always enough to land the hot mamas, especially in A Johnny Bravo Christmas. Johnny forgets to mail his and Mama's letters to Santa and decides to hand-deliver them to the man himself. This is a Christmas-themed episode, obviously, and it's a good special as well. I do like some of the aspects of the nice jokes, and I do like the entire... Again, it does have a core message about giving, right, and getting and whatnot. Cliche, yes, all the way for Christmas cliches, but it works nonetheless. I had a fun time with this episode. It's just a fun time to watch. I liked it. I really liked it. And I recommend you watch it too. I did like the scene where the Santa Claus hits Johnny back after because this takes place after the 'Twas the Night episode from season 1, and I like the nice reference to that. Good job, writers of that episode. You did great. You did great with this episode, and I do recommend this special. All right, folks, this is the only episode that is not Christmas related. I have no idea what kind of Christmas related stuff is here. There's no snow. There's no nothing related to Christmas at all, really at all. And that's from Cow and Chicken. The unlikeliest brother-sister duo deal with the pressures of childhood. Episode, Me and My Dog. When Cow brings home an invisible dog, Chicken thinks she's a fool. But Cow's imaginary dog soon proves Chicken wrong by winning the first prize in a dog show. There's nothing really wrong with the episode. It's just that why is it in here? It is not a Christmas themed episode. Like, legit, where is anything Christmas related? Even if it's not Christmas related, do I really recommend this episode? Well, probably not, because I still like the episode, but not as much as others, and it might be one of the weaker Cow and Chicken episodes, actually. Most likely not, but again, I still really don't recommend that, really. You don't need pants for the victory dance, cause Baboon's better than Weasel. I are a Baboon Big Star cartoon. Smash! I am Weasel! I love this show. I am Weasel. I am Weasel's an intelligent Ronin who's good at solving problems. I are Baboon's a clumsy primate out to mess things up. Together, they make an interesting pair. In the actual cartoon, they have 2 episodes. First up, IR's first bike. Weasel tries to teach Baboon to ride the bicycle he got for Christmas, but he soon figures out Santa messed up big time. All Baboon really wanted was a banana. The episode is a Christmas related episode, so it's already a plus because it takes place at Christmas time, because IR gets the bike. Weasel really tries his hands on inventions to try to get Baboon to ride the bike at all, but it always fails out. Even at the end, he got smashed up bad, and I don't think it was really meant to be. Santa really did mess up and swap the presents. And Santa was a crackhead in that episode. Probably the joke or whatever, which is funny, but at the same time, it's like, messed up. Like, did someone put, like, I don't know, a Red Bull in his eggnog or some kind of hyper drug or anything like that? Yeah, someone should really be arrested for that. Regardless, this is a very classic Christmas themed episode, and I do recommend this episode because it's funny. Baboon's reactions at the very start and whatnot, it's funny. I really like this episode, it made me laugh. And I like episodes that make me laugh hard. Well, we're down to the final episode for this DVD, and it's another I Am Weasel classic, Desert Island. After washing ashore on a desert island, Weasel befriends an entire tribe of gingerbread men. Well, until Baboon eats them all. the only reason why it's on this DVD because there's gingerbread man and other types of candy related to Christmas, so that counts. But I really did like this episode about Baboon and Weasel. I did like the part where Weasel grew a big relationship with these gingerbread men, but the very next day, Baboon destroys the island. Weasel was mad, but all soon, Weasel was like, "What do you have to say for yourself?" Baboon's like, "It's good," and Weasel's like, "Very well." Okay, Weasel, hold on. Are you really that forgivable? You had a big relationship with that tribe. You have Baboon, who's really mostly your rival, thanks to that episode called Enemy Camp and whatnot, and it makes sense overall, whatnot. But I like how Baboon and Weasel are like somewhat paired, but they're not really friends at all. They're really rivals, but they're just like having a ball with each other. And I like how Weasel's like very forgiving and whatnot. Weasel, you are just like... This episode really made me think, and I love this episode overall. The ending was awesome. The start was good as well. It was awesome. I loved it, and I do recommend it. And that concludes the review of Cartoon Network Christmas 1, Yuletide Follies. Out of 5 stars, I give this DVD a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a classic DVD, and it's a very good DVD to get you all warmed up in the holiday season. The only reason why it gets 4 stars is because of a lot of these being just winter themed, and the Cow and Chicken episode that has nothing to do with Christmas at all. That doesn't mean they're bad episodes, but it's the winter theme episodes like Snow Down and Ice Sword was awesome. But others like Son of Nurgle was barely Christmas themed at all. And barely would have for snow anyway. And Me and My Dog, it's just... That doesn't mean it's a bad DVD. I still recommend this DVD. I don't know if it's really that rare, it shouldn't be. If you can find it at a good price, please pick it up. I do recommend it, and it'll be worth your money. As long as you get it for a reasonable price like I did. That's it! I'm not going to be finished yet. Next I will be publishing the Christmas music, the menu music for this DVD, which is very nice. And next I'll be doing Cartoon Network Christmas 2, Christmas Rocks! I can't wait for that DVD. I love that DVD. Oh yes, I can't wait for it. I'm going to probably be watching tonight. Anyways, stay safe my friends, stay frosty, and please be safe because the coronavirus is still around. As a family and as each other, we'll get through this. It may take years, hopefully not, but we'll make it through it. I have faith. I have faith. Stay frosty, my friends.